Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. These are some of the greatest Mario games of all time, and they're all brought back together via the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I was very excited when I got this game, and truth be told, it's awesome. So I thought, why not have the very first Versus video on Fans of Games be about comparing these three games to their versions on the 3D All-Stars. Let's begin. The controls of these games are wildly different from their original releases, and this is caused by the fact that they control differently from one another. Super Mario 64 is the most basic of the set. Its controls are not too different, outside of the fact that you either use X or Y to dive, kick, or punch, instead of using the B button. Super Mario Sunshine has a bigger difference in controls. Now you jump with either A or B, but you must use A to select missions and save the game. Y is used for diving, and pushing on the camera joystick is how you get close-ups now. I personally don't like this control method because it's overly complicated. The button layout on the Switch's controller isn't too wildly different from the GameCube's. A is above B, Y is on the left of B, etc. So they could have kept the original controls from the GameCube release, and it would have worked fine in my opinion. Now with Super Mario Galaxy, this game has gone through the most control changes. This is obviously since they had to make the motion controls work easily with both the Joy-Cons and the Pro Controller. Now whenever I play, I use the Pro Controller, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty simple to use the motion controls on it. You don't have to use the controller facing the screen to have them work. The cursor moves accurately to where you move the controller, at least it has for me, and if you lose the cursor, just press the R button to recenter it in whatever position you have the controller in. It all works. Plus, you don't have to shake the Pro Controller to spin. You can either use X or Y instead, but shaking the controller still works in case anyone wanted to know that. That's about all I have to say regarding the control differences. Now let's talk about another big difference. The graphical improvements on all of these games may be hard to notice at first, but trust me, it's there. The text is where it's most noticeable, specifically with Super Mario 64. Now the text actually looks like real letters instead of dots put together to form the shape of a letter. It's just so much cleaner. The bulkier text, like with the numbers for lives and of the life meters, is also polished and smooth looking. It's very pleasing to the eye. The other in-game graphics are most notable with Super Mario Sunshine and Galaxy, since the graphics were more detailed in these games than in Super Mario 64. Mario and the world around him look very polished. With Sunshine, I find it most notable with the character models and the coins. With Galaxy, I find it most noticeable in the stars and the character models as well. All of these little polishes on the graphics make these games look beautiful and very pleasing to look at. And that's what I've noticed about the graphical improvements, but another Switch feature that these games took advantage of was HD Rumble. Speaking of, Sunshine and Galaxy had Rumble in their original releases, but Rumble for Super Mario 64 was not a common thing. Sure, the Rumble pack existed, but the game did not come with Rumble. And honestly, I think that the Rumble feels alright for Super Mario 64. It occurs at accurate times, except for some bosses like King Bob-omb. I feel that Rumble should occur when you throw him, but it doesn't. I'm a little disappointed by it, but in reality, it really isn't that big of a deal. One thing I did notice is that the Rumble for Super Mario Sunshine and Galaxy feel less intense than the originals. This is especially noticeable with the first shine in Pinna Park. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the GameCube version rumbling on the floor. It's moving around quite a bit, and it's pretty loud. And here's the Switch version. Quite the difference. When it comes to Galaxy, the rumble difference I have noticed most is when you travel with a launch star. The Wii version seems to be more intense. Overall though, the rumble seems to be very accurate, and maybe the HD rumble is supposed to be less intense. I'm honestly not sure. Now there is one last thing this game has that just doesn't make sense to me. I have confirmed that the camera controls have been reversed for all three of the games. I feel I should clarify this because some other YouTubers have said that only Super Mario 64 and Sunshine have reversed camera controls, but nope, Galaxy does too, so every game has reversed camera controls. This makes no sense. Of course, one could argue that it isn't a big deal since the new controls are easy to get used to, but still, they might as well be as similar to the originals as possible, right? I just feel that this change wasn't needed, that's all. On the topic of reverse controls, the canon controls for Super Mario 64 are different too. The 4 directions actually go in the direction you move them in the control stick. Up goes up and down goes down. Unlike the original where up goes down and down goes up. It's a small difference, I know, but it's a difference nonetheless. But I have some more small differences to share with you. Okay, so this section is not going to have transitions like the previous ones, so just be prepared for some random stuff to just be happening. Alright, so Mario now turns when he jumps on trees in Super Mario 64. He didn't do that in the original American release. There is no dotted lines to show where the rotating square platforms and the cubes in Sunshine's secret levels go. So I mean, if you were wondering where they go and you didn't want to watch from the move, well, now you don't have to. It no longer says the Dolby sound thing at the beginning of Sunshine. The sound effect for the Time Red Coin challenges is different than in the original. It has a deeper pitch. That's the best way I could describe it. Just have a listen. FLUDD does not say which buttons to use in Sunshine in the cutscene on how to use them. I mean, it's in the captions, but he doesn't actually say the button, which is a bit odd if you ask me, especially since he does say it in the original. And finally, the video will be ending off with a difference in the grand finale Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. In the original, you got a letter sent to the Wii message board after collecting all the purple coins. In the remake, Mailtoad just reads the message out loud and sends a picture to your Switch's photo album. And that's it for this video. I'm really happy and yet really sad that I finished all of the open world 3D Mario games in this collection. I'll be making best of and worst of videos about their original console releases later on, so stay tuned for those. But before you go, please give me your feedback on how you thought this video went. I'm still experimenting with new ideas and want to know what you guys think of them. With that, thank you all very much for watching and stay tuned for more videos on 3D Mario games.